In the dazzling world of high fashion, there's no such thing as too much.
Inès, Marie, Laetitia, Églantine, Isabelle de Célière de la Fressange. Lang.
Or too little.
The most small ring of the world.
Too hot.
A beautiful breast is supposed to make big here.
Exactly.
Or too cool.
Jazz.
Join us on a trip to Paris, where some of the world's top designers are working to keep us on our toes.
This is the price of a car, but it's totally handmade.
Hello, I'm Yue-Sai. Welcome to my show. New York, Milan, Tokyo, these are the fashion capitals of the world. But the list is not complete until you add Paris. For centuries, Paris has ruled the world of fashion design. Today, you will see how this magnificent city keeps its royal crown.
In Paris, the changing seasons evoke not only a harvest of fine food, but also a feast for the eyes. The busy workshops of Europe's reigning center of high fashion proudly display an exuberant new crop of styles every spring and fall. Grand boutiques with names like Chanel, Saint Laurent, Dior, Givenchy, and Hermès grace the beautiful Parisian boulevards. Yue-Sai toured the city of Paris, visiting some of the artists who carry on the legacy of these great designers. Her first encounter was with Christian Dior's fine jewelry designer, Victoire de Castellane.
I just picked up at the Times of London today, and it's December 8th, and I see your ring is chosen as the editor's favorite ring.
Absolutely.
Okay.
This one, the baby Gwendoline.
Gwendoline is the name of this ring. You have a bigger one?
I have big one with 2 roses.
De Castellane designs 2 fine jewelry collections per year. Each piece in her stunning portfolio is handcrafted and one of a kind.
I have some 20 pieces for springs and maybe 30 pieces or 40 pieces for winter. For winter it's more, because with December and Christmas I like to design special with diamonds, more white, like snow for winter. And for spring I have more light jewelry, because I think for springs woman wants to have for summer, most things, exactly.
Victoire says she loves designing for other women, and she certainly knows just what they desire. Her style is decidedly feminine, playful, and often bold. Formerly Chanel's costume jewelry designer, de Castellane imparts a certain irreverence to the fine jewelry line, adding a poetic, whimsical quality to the essence of Dior.
I like to create real jewelry while looking like fake jewelry. And for me, real jewelry has to have some fun. It's very important, because we found a lot of classical jewelry, real jewelry in other houses, and I think for Dior it's important to have sexy jewelry, feminine jewelry, and with a touch of humor.
In one of her early collections for Dior, she put her sense of humor to the task of creating an ode to Mr. Dior's kitchen garden at his beloved summer home in Milly-la-Forêt.
For me, it was important to think about all the vegetables and the little fruits who are coming from the Milly-la-Forêt. So you can see you have a carrot.
A carrot.
This carrot is made of yellow gold, encrusted with diamonds and emeralds. A cabbage rose never fades when it's made of diamonds, rubies, and sapphires.
Also, I create, all the kind of little bow, little ribbon.
Yes, he does have a lot of bows.
Exactly, because we are in a couture house, so it's important to have this kind of identity.
Ribbon bows, lily of the valley, leopard and gold nuggets brand the creations squarely with the Dior identity. But their delicacy and sensuality reflect de Castellan's unique talent.
All those rings are one piece. Unique
One of
piece.
the kind.
One of the kind, exactly. And each woman who buy those kind of rings have one of a kind. You can see here it's the Mini La Forêt garden.
Yes, this is the garden.
Exactly.
So this will be a
80 carat.
80 carat.
It's a 80 carat
This is 80 carat what?
beryl Heliodor. Also, it's the family of the emerald, the beryl.
De Castellan's dangling diamonds and pearls, combined with amethyst and amber, sparkle with a colorful glow that has energized the lackluster world of fine jewelry. Mixing precious and semi-precious stones flies in the face of convention, but in Victoire's masterful designs, the results are anything but cheap.
So then how much is a ring like this?
Well,
You don't know.
it's around 50,000 euro.
Wow, this is very beautiful.
Because it's a unique piece and, big stones. Very difficult to find.
Right. I see that you love to use big stones, but you also have small ones.
Yes,
too,
I have
no?
the most small ring of the world.
Oh.
Oops, I can tell you. This is the...
Like a baby ring.
Yes,
yeah?
the baby ring. It's a chain with a little diamond.
Oh yes, that's
And
right.
the idea is there are some different ring like this with different size of diamonds.
Yes, and you can wear a bunch of them.
Exactly. It's called the Mimi.
A little, yes. Oh, this is adorable.
Yes.
Very
It's
good.
a very famous ring for the collection. It's a very big success.
Where do you come up with your inspiration?
The idea for me to create is to say every day, what do you don't have that you want to create for yourself?
So you are the first customer.
Yes, I'm the
Yeah.
first customer.
The flagship Dior store is located at the most fashionable address in Paris, the Place Vendôme. The store is 100% classic Dior. Its white, satin, and felt gray interior provides a soothing backdrop for the elegant displays of fine jewelry. A signature leopard carpet underfoot and the exquisite crystal chandelier overhead frame a diorama in which Victoire's colorful baubles recline on miniature sofas and armchairs. De Castellan requested one special touch be added as an homage to the label's founder.
And I asked to put a star in the parquet
Yes.
because when Christian Dior started his own business with Marcel Boussac, he found the day he has to sign a star in the street, like a metal star, and he take it and it was his lucky charm.
I noticed that you have beautiful names for your jewelry. This is Gwendoline, obviously a person inspired you to do this.
Yes. Well, I love to give names as they were humans. Voilà, they are ladies.
They are ladies.
Yes. This one is joyeuse. Joyeuse means happy.
So it's happy ring.
Yes, exactly.
You should be pretty happy with $50,000 ring, of course.
Coming up next, a look at high fashion design from the inside out.
I'm the model.
In the world of architecture, Paris's Eiffel Tower, composed of more than 18,000 pieces of steel, is an example of outstanding structural design. In the world of women's high fashion, structure and support are no less important. Perhaps that is why Paris is also home to one of the world's most outstanding corset designers, Hubert Barrère.
The secret of the corset is if you want to have the second skin, it's necessary to have many pieces. Normally, we have about 20 or 40 pieces.
This is the drawing.
It's a drawing of Galliano.
So it has 40 pieces.
The secret is here.
So the idea of a corset is to make a woman look bigger here,
Yeah,
small here, and big here.
exactly.
That's the idea.
Yes,
Yeah.
and to have beautiful breasts.
A beautiful breast, you're supposed to make big here.
Exactly.
Barrere's creations hold the wearer erect, yet most are far more comfortable than earlier versions. Not only a designer, but also a historian of the genre, Hubert's modern corsets incorporate design elements of corsets worn in centuries past.
Hubert, today, in the year 2000s, I see a lot of designers are using corsets. Yes?
Yes.
Galliano, Louis Vuitton, everybody uses corsets. Why do you think all of a sudden they are so popular?
I think the corset is not a fashion event. It's really a piece of cloth. And now it's an identity of European clothes.
You have just here a few corsets for me here. What is this special one?
This one, for me, I like this one because the construction is very, very difficult. It's like a fan.
It's a fan, yes?
Exactly.
Yes.
And when you try it, the body is very, very glamorous.
Oh, the body is glamorous. It's this side.
It's this side, yes.
Okay, this side. So it's like this.
Yes.
Wow, it's exciting. So the woman feels very feminine, no?
Exactly, and the attitude is totally different.
Yeah, the attitude
Normally,
is, we're
not
doing like this.
Now.
Yes, because it makes you say like this. Yeah, I understand. But what about this one?
Aristocratic attitude.
Yes,
for me.
of course.
This one, it's an hybrid of 19th century and 16th century.
So it's a mixture
It's a mixture,
of
exactly.
design. Yeah.
This one is like a tutu French cancan
Yes.
corsets,
Yes.
like a bird.
Oh, beautiful. How many hours does it take for you to make one corset like this?
For this one, about 40 hours by corset. It's very interesting to wear the corset with a blouse, for example, or with a t-shirt. And it's not necessary to close perfectly the back. For me, I prefer if you open your corset, because it's more comfortable.
Hubert collaborates with some of the world's most famous fashion designers. For John Galliano of the House of Dior, Barrere produced 41 corsets for one collection. His highly skilled team specializes in delicate floss, beadwork, and sequined embroidery, as well as fabric paint, creating breathtaking textures and patterns.
Is there one collection that truly stands out in your mind as the most unbelievable collection?
Sure, definitely. The summer 204 of Dior by Galliano, Egyptian collection.
The Egyptian collection.
Absolutely amazing collection. The profile is like a man.
No breast?
Absolutely not. Normally your body is here, but
Yes.
with
yes.
breast.
Yes.
And clack. And here you put a big
Stomach.
And of
And
course,
so it's tightened the stomach.
exactly.
Too. Yeah.
It's a great chance to work with Galliano because this idea is absolutely crazy.
A great designer will come up with ideas that are almost impossible, right?
No, it's not impossible. It's possible
It's
because,
possible.
like John Galliano, he made this show. It's crazy,
Unbelievable.
unbelievable, and it's my passion of my everyday to create something for this creator. It's a dream.
Amazing dream. Amazing dream.
In Paris, the streets are filled with dreams. Some of them come with a hefty price tag, as Yue-Sai found out when she went shopping at the most exclusive shoe boutique in town, Roger Vivier.
In Paris, of course, there is no shortage of beautiful stores. But today, I'm taking you to the most unique anywhere in the world.
This store is unique in part because the shopkeeper just happens to be French supermodel Inès de la Fressange.
How do you make gold crocodile?
The secret of the house. We give them gold to eat.
No. No. Inès, why do you participate in the relaunch of Roger Vivier?
Listen, I'm working in the fashion business since a long time. And for people of fashion, the name of Roger Vivier and Roger Vivier's work is so important. He's a monument. We all know him and we all know his work. He's the creator of the stiletto, the high heel,
Yes.
and plenty of other things, all the families of shoes. He was the first one to do a certain style,
So
high
what
boots.
is the style? High boots.
And in all the museums, fashion museums, there's the work of Roger Vivier. And then it was a little sad that the name disappeared, because you ask in the
But
street.
he died.
He died in 98, and he's been working since the beginning of last century to the end. He started with his own shop, and after he's been started doing shoes with Christian Dior at the big time, when Dior was alive. And it's the first time that the name of someone was with the name of famous couturier, and then it was written Roger Vivier for Christian Dior. And after, he's been doing a lot of work with Saint Laurent.
Vivier designed the shoes that Catherine Deneuve wore in the groundbreaking 1960s film Belle de Jour. Deneuve's elegant wardrobe was designed by the legendary Yves Saint Laurent, and Vivier's slender pumps with the large buckle became a fashion classic that is still popular today.
It was very, very much similar to this one with this buckle there. But we started to redo something quite similar. And it was a huge success.
The price. The price.
Before talking about the most expensive, I would talk about the shoe that you can't find anywhere else in the world.
Unique.
Unique.
Yes.
And then this is done of pattes d'autruche, ostrich.
Oh, ostrich legs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this is ruché de mousseline, and it's done by a man in Paris. He's the only one to know how to do this kind of things. And then this go everywhere in the world. You won't find it anywhere else than in this shop here. Also these pair of boots.
This is 5,500 euro.
And this is the price of a car, but it's totally handmade. This is all satin with crystals from Swarovski, totally handmade by Yue-Sai.
Now, who is responsible for revamping this line of shoes?
The designer, who's Bruno Frisoni.
Jazz.
With a big smile, jazz.
Bruno has his own label, but he knew very, very well the style of Vivier, his work, and he had a little bit the same spirit of Vivier. Always elegant, always very precise, a lot of details, but all the time with a touch of humor and femininity and happiness.
This shoe is the shock heel, which is a legacy of Vivier. This heel was a little bit more curved.
Yes.
I draw it a little more straight to make it more of today.
Are you wondering which of these unique designs is the least expensive?
The little ballerina won't come very high price, probably around 400 euro, normal.
It's normal for you?
I'm not a price guy. I'm more a designer.
Next, the future of fashion, Paris style.
We're talking about high heels, and suddenly we're talking about really interesting things.
Paris, city of light, attracts aspiring artists and models to its spiraling streets like moths to a flame. Former supermodel Inès de la Fressange still works in the business as the queen of couture footwear.
Eccentric. These I love them because they're really easy to wear, for every day.
She's got a few words of advice for the uninitiated.
Inès, you are such a huge fashion name. You are so famous. Everybody knows you. You were the face of Chanel in the 80s. Yes.
Yeah, at the time of dinosaurs.
Not dinosaur. Say your whole name for me.
Inès, Marie, Laetitia, Églantine, Isabelle de Seigneur de la Fressange. It's long.
Was it difficult when you first started modeling?
If you have a passion, it's nice. If you're working with a talented person, it's fantastic. Look, there's a fantastic light done by people working with you. But if I do just like this, like this, I look terrible. It depends a lot on their work,
Yes.
I
I just know that you were very unique compared to other girls. You have your special style.
I always had the idea that you could be beautiful smiling, and to be elegant you shouldn't have to be stiff. And then with this idea, I did a career.
There are so many women who would love to have been like you, to become a model.
I don't think people don't know really what it is all about. They think they would go out from a plane with flowers and plenty of photographers being around them and designers saying, darling, you look so great, and take all these dresses as presents. But it's not this. Personally, I think it's what you think that appears after a while, These women, with huge logos in the ears, are like an advertising poster, and then you imagine that inside the head there's just another logo, and that's all, When you're getting very old, you have to understand that it's what you give and people you love that brings you happiness. Fashion leads to everything. We're talking about high heels, and suddenly we're talking about really interesting things. Fantastic.
So Inez, the directress of this beautiful store, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Fashion Army marches on. With 2 collections a year in both high fashion and ready-to-wear, there's a lot of work to be done. If you are wondering where the new recruits will be found, this is the place. Since the 1940s, the exclusive Studio Berceau has been offering a very specialized program to a carefully chosen class of promising young designers.
It's not all about designing the clothes, stuff like that, but it's also to push your personality.
We are here to make real clothes that are easy to wear and direct. I like this way.
It is a good way to translate art into a real lifestyle, I guess.
It's an everyday life art because you live with it, you move with it, it moves with you. It's just something that is like a living sculpture in a way.
Attracting students from around the world, Studio Berceau is a 2-year program with a 3rd year of internship in one of Paris's major design houses.
You go to museums, you get more of a big range of cultural things that are all a part of fashion.
Students learn the basic art and craft of design, sewing, cutting, and fabric treatments.
Every morning when we come here and we show our work, and they tell us what's good, what's not good, so we learn the good taste.
You get a lot of different opinions, but also we're really encouraged to trust our instincts.
The school's longtime directrice, Marie Ruki, also teaches the history of modern fashion with an emphasis on the do's and don'ts of good taste.
I think that a stylist is someone who has their own universe and who translates it into clothing. Creativity is a state of mind, not to be static, not to be passive, but to be open to everything that is around you, to have technical competence to express it. That is indispensable, and to be able to develop it, because one must move past the research aspect.
Looking at magazines and all the TV shows and everything, it really influences your head or the way you think. But here they want us to challenge all that and really find something that we want and we like. But also, of course, being fashion, it means doing desirable clothes and think that's sellable.
Because if we know nothing of all that, I think it's very difficult to penetrate the fashion universe. Only then, if it's well processed and understood, one has the power to liberate that which we call individual creativity.
I want to be a designer. It's what I always wanted to do, so.
For both newcomers and seasoned designers alike, it's this perfect blend of innovation and tradition, creativity and craft that keeps Paris on the cutting edge of modern fashion.
Paris takes fashion very seriously, and that dedication makes the world a more beautiful place. Each season, the French artists and designers offer a new and bountiful harvest of fashion fantasy. I hope you have enjoyed meeting some of these very talented people. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
My mother thought I had so bad style because I was dreaming about having golden shoes, and she thought that was quite rude. And
in those days, it was rude.
Yeah,
To
it
have
was not
golden
chic
shoes?
to have
Yeah.
golden shoes. And now look at them.
Yeah.